Hello and welcome to this final boss fight Tomb of Annihilation episode. My name is John Gerdebed and I am the GM for this campaign. Finally inside the Tomb of the Nine Gods, the group descend to the second level and rush off in several directions at the same time, which is a really good maneuver.
Alright, I'm gonna go straight here, and having my Eldritch sight, I just check for any kind of magic.
You sense illusion magic coming from this room.
Yeah, there's some sort of illusion magic in that room.
And you sense transmutation magic coming from these corridors.
Transmutation magic in these areas here. Maybe transmutation is also to do with creating stuff as well, isn't it? Or like, making stuff appear.
Transmutation would be changing something into something else.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go here, and so apparently there's magic here and here. I'm gonna quickly ask for everyone to come with me. So far, there's nothing bad here. Anyone come with me? I don't want to feel alone.
I am big.
I am just so slow.
Alright. Torin, there seems to be magic of transmutation in the end of these, but there's nothing here.
The fact that there is a dead body there.
That was the guy I found, don't worry.
These corridors are of no
So the corridors...
Just gonna...
The corridors extend upwards. They curve up. To a nearly 90-degree angle at the far end.
That's weird. Is there any kind of symbols or anything like that as well? Nothing on the wall.
One moment, sorry,
Yeah, I had a question to John, so...
Sorry. Trying to work out how to phrase the answer.
Just say boobs and I'll understand completely.
It's boobs.
Perfect! It's boobs, guys!
Okay, so is there any... No, there doesn't appear to be any markings, but the corridor just kind of disappears off up into the ceiling and curves back round on itself.
I don't know how it looks at that. Maybe that's where the magic's coming from.
There's no rails or walkways or anything.
Maybe an item then. Let's move on to the front. That bastard.
Tammy and Dragonbait will move with you guys.
Tammy's basically in the head, so with Romad to control that.
So you get into a room. It smells of wine. On a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight that is streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. 4 stone gargoyle heads, their mouths agape, protrude from the walls.
So
Should we move forward?
Romad, you can see illusion magic in this room.
Is the illusion coming from the gargoyles?
The illusion is coming from the sunlight. The sunlight is not real.
That's sunlight's not real.
Ah.
Right.
Well, that
Whatever
is
the
over
sunlight
the
is, it's basically
Did the Arden say there was a block or like a trap or something that you saw?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
above your head here.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. Munch ahead.
So yeah, literally, just
But didn't see what trick
pushes in, does not stop at that block, and then lets anyone else who wants to run in, because I'm not trusting that block one jar.
I do have a theory, though. After thinking about that block, I have a feeling that there might be a trigger in here, in which case the block will block the doorway, and the wine will pour in.
Probably.
So take care anyway as you come in.
Can I try to investigate the block to see if there's any trigger I can see?
You can give it a go. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
No, I'll take the investigation.
Yeah,
I'll take the investigation. No, you don't see what could do it.
Can
I
I?
don't notice it, okay.
What about? I'm guessing it's the coffin because there's nothing else. Because if it's the coffin, it's in the middle of the room. It's too. Is it too? If we
It's
ever
just-
move that, I was gonna, yeah, it's too suspicious. If we move that coffin, guys, I think that's our trigger.
I would agree.
It's the only thing.
The
that's
real
standing
question
out.
is there anything about it that requires us to take a look at it? Could this potentially have that jewel? Well,
What about these
I'll let
little
you go
things
think about
here?
what you need to do.
They are pillars.
Yeah, the pillars.
Gridon just goes over and rests on the side of the wall.
Do you think maybe the pillars could do anything?
One more advantage. I'm gonna roll that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll something up.
Rolly again. Rolly again. Not
It's Tammy.
persuasion. 12.
Tammy, you can roll for me.
What are you perceiving?
I'm just having a real good look at this coffin.
Okay.
I shall assist in the real good look at this coffin, and so will
That's the only thing in this room that is standing out to Torin that's odd. Other than the extreme smell of wine in a
Nope.
tomb.
Seraphine sniffs the air and
Just I'm just
wine.
fascinated by the pillars.
This is a little bit drunk by all the wine.
The coffin is on the ground. It has a hinged lid. There is an aura of magic coming off of it that Romad senses. Abjuration magic.
Abjuration. What's that abjuration again?
Protection. Typically.
Protection.
Shielding.
Yeah. Abjuration mag. Yeah. Abjuration magic. It's protected. If we were to touch it, it's a trigger.
Other than this, there's nothing else in this room. So, do we attempt it anyway, or do we?
I don't think we should. I don't think it's any importance. More of just a trap to it. But I think if you still want to go and check, I think all of us should be out. Wasn't driven.
I'm not willing to check. I'm not wishing to. But if everyone else is, then
Okay, John. There's a question for me to ask. Out of character.
Okay.
As Romad has Blink and Misty, well, the other one, Misty Escape. If I were to be trapped in this room and go Blink, am I able to go out of it without any being blocked? So if I'm in another plane and I move forward out of the room without being trapped, am I okay? Am I able to do that?
Bear with me one moment while I read some stuffs.
I believe that's possible because Blink pulls you into the ethereal plane, but I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure.
I do
Yeah,
have
'cause-
another. Considering we half believe that it's going to be wine pouring out and potentially trying to fill up the room, depending on how tall this place is. Theodis, we know you can walk on water. Can you walk on wine?
It's a
Liquid.
liquid.
It's a liquid, so I assume I can.
It technically contains water.
Also another thing is when we're looking at the room, right? Is it nothing in this room? No windows
Nope.
whatsoever. It's literally just a block of
It's a
room.
sealed room with like a thing letting in illusory sunlight by the sound of things.
Yeah, it's literally sounding like while the in abjuration magic, so protection magic.
Where's Misty Escape?
The question is, if, say, we did do us and Thetis, like, all of us walking on the wine, would, like, is there an end to the top of this room? Because, like, with the pressure
No.
of the wine rising, like...
There
There's a
is
ceiling.
against the
there
ceiling,
is a
essentially.
ceiling to this room that is 12 feet overhead.
Okay.
Romad, you know that
Yeah.
Misty Escape requires you to see where you are teleporting to.
So
So if the
I
door
will not be out.
closes-
Yeah, when the door's closed, I
If
can't.
that door closed, you wouldn't be able to get through that door with that
But if
spell.
I were to blink, because I can blink, would that still give me the chance to do it though?
Make me an Arcana check.
18.
Okay. Romad sort of focuses his senses for a moment and feels out in this area. You sense that something very powerful is in the tomb,
Okay.
and it is warping the way that certain magics work.
Oh, okay.
You get the feeling of a following few effects. You get the feeling that transportation magic that would allow you to leave the tomb or enter it doesn't work.
Okay.
You get the feeling that divination magic cast upon any location within the tomb doesn't work. You get the feeling that trying to leave the tomb by a teleportation doesn't work.
Okay.
And you also get the feeling that attempting to enter the border ethereal, which is where you go when you blink, will not allow you to pass through the wall.
Shit. So is this stopping? Is that coffin stopping me?
There is something not just in this room,
Room.
in the whole of
somewhere
the
else.
tomb.
There's something in the other.
It's the whole of the Tomb of Annihilation has these effects.
Shit. Okay. All right then. All right. Let's get back in the thing.
Conversation with you is blowing his mind because he's like, oh, he's intelligent.
Well, guys.
No, actually, yeah, Philip is reckless, but
Guys, I think
he's not,
Has something to say.
we've got a
he's not stupid
problem.
about cultivation.
We got a
and stuff like that.
problem.
And
We have a big problem. So,
Yep.
me,
what is
I've
it?
just realised something here. No, there's no transportation magic we can do. So, if we were to try and teleport ourselves out, there's no way we can do it. I cannot blink. I can't go into the ethereal plane at all. If I were to,
You can go into the ethereal plane, you can't pass through walls when you do.
I can't pass it. Okay.
Hmm.
This
Well,
the
it's good to
divination
know at least.
Okay.
divination magic power will not work either. If we were to try and teleport out, yeah, there's no way of getting out of it. The magic in this tomb is stopping us. So we need to find out where that is. We need to stop it. It's not coming from that. That's not coming from that coffin, though. It's not coming from that coffin.
So what you're saying is we have to find a way out, or there's no way out.
We need to defeat what's in here. We need to defeat the magic that's stopping us.
I assume everything's connected, so probably the leaf is responsible for it as well.
Yes.
At the same time, if this place is being run by a lich, he's had literally hundreds of years to cast all kinds of spells on every wall of this place. It could be that we just have to find whatever way out he has designated. There may be no stopping get the blocking magic. We just have to find whatever way he's designated to get out.
Seraphine has a theory.
Spelt right this time.
Possibly, I don't know. Yes, I spelled it right this time. Good for me. Yes, I get a gold star. Anyways, how was I gonna word that again? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second.
You got so excited you forgot what was your theory.
Seraphine had a theory.
Yes. Okay, it's back again. It's back again. Okay. Actually, before I even say the theory, question about the pillars.
Yes.
Do they connect all the way up to the ceiling, or do they have like a top that potentially someone could stand on?
No, they connect all the way up to the ceiling.
This room is.
So you'd have to have really strong legs, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So here's...
this room is just sealed off from everything.
Fair enough.
It's like one of those trap kind of like those what do you call it when you actually walk into a trap and literally those kind of traps.
I wonder if there was a way we could get rid of the wine before moving the coffin. I'm not saying we drink it all.
No,
wait a minute.
First thought, we drink it all.
Maybe not we drink it all. Points to Reardon. He can't feel the effect of alcohol for 14 days.
Actually, he still can. He's now able to feel them.
No.
He can't.
13 more days, he won't get drunk.
13.
He couldn't possibly drink enough wine to stop this place from filling, if that was the reason.
No, you're basically killing yourself by over drinking, not.
No, and if he drinks all this wine, I think he would drown in his own piss at the end.
Very much.
That's fair. Okay, theory shattered.
However,
questions.
Seraphine theory.
Have a read.
Taking a look with that 22 perception, can I see where the wine would flow out if it potentially did? And if so, is it possible to plug the holes?
You see a valve behind the gargoyle's mouth.
Okay. And is it a valve which looks like it's something which should turn if it's triggered, or something which can just be turned?
It looks like it's something you could turn when it's been triggered.
Okay, so if we trigger it, we can turn them off. That's what it looks like to me, anyway.
So basically we'd need a person standing here, a person standing here.
Depends on how fast it pours in.
Or how strong the valve is.
True.
Especially since this place is completely magically infused. I would expect the valves to be as well. I don't know, I'm just speculating.
Why feel any magic on these valves?
No.
I don't feel any. There's no magic in these valves.
If I was to take a look around at each one of these, there would be a valve by them?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have a plan, if you agree.
Do we have a plan about the block that's going to drop down?
Well,
AKA
that's the other thing.
staying in here, or some of us getting out.
And in the case that the plan doesn't work,
We
some
drown in
trapped in here, and yeah.
The question is, are we going to risk that we don't need something that happens to be residing in that coffin?
If only I knew how to trigger this block, I would have blocked the door from the outside and made sure that this thing stays there. I'm just not comfortable with knowing that it's here and could be potentially dangerous. But in the same case, I do agree with Reardon. Is it really worth risking all our lives on possibly
We don't
nothing?
know what's in there.
No. I mean, the only thing
At the same time, if we leave it and then we do need it, we can come back. At least in theory, we can come back.
the only situation I think is that with the illusion of the sun coming down on here, and there's a protection of magic on here.
I would also remind you that, remember the door closed with no reason behind us. There's no saying that that door won't close as well if we leave.
I'm gonna be nosy. Is there a way I can look through this pit here?
There is a valve behind it.
Every fiber of my being is screaming that this is a trap with no purpose other than to kill us. But I can't be sure of it.
Me neither.
None of us can.
That is the
But going by that note which the guy left, apparently that's the point.
that is indeed apparently the point.
I
No,
think
there's no clue whatsoever in what we found on the obelisk about this.
Even then, we don't even know what tomb this is.
hang
I mean,
on,
all the
let me
rest, every shrine we've had has been strewn with things to tell us, what this is for and everything else. This one is just a nondescript coffin.
hang on a second. Back where that bronze plat says, the ring is a path to another tomb. It's Jab Abel sunlight. Abtor sunlight. Abor. I apologize. For sunlight. Maybe this is the tomb that requires the sunlight.
And there is sunlight here, even if it's fake.
It's the illusionary, yes.
Maybe we need real sunlight.
Only a jewel can tame the. Is there? Can anyone just check and see what kind of description or any kind of pattern that tomb has? Is
Well, we
there
already
anything-
checked, and I don't think there was a frog mentioned.
There's no frog in this room.
Is there any details on the coffin that
Nope.
resembles anything? Foul as
Am I correct in saying that we've been made aware that this tomb is to be for the trickster gods?
yes.
Yes, it is speculated that this is the tomb of the 9 gods.
Yeah.
A nine.
But then that's what's confusing. The shrines are plastered with iconography of their particular deity. This tomb, this coffin, has nothing. There's nothing saying who it is or anything. You would think they would have something telling them who it is.
Okay, so
Did
Unless
any
it's
of the
a
stories
frog.
have wine?
Unless it's some fake.
Grung is the frog god, right?
Nang Nang is the grung,
Nang is the Grung, which is the frog.
which is a
Okay.
tree frog man.
Okay. So my guess is, what does it have? Does he have to do anything to wine or something to do with tram?
That's what I was gonna say. Do any of the stories have
Unless
anything
this wine
wine
is the
related?
soup.
I mean, the Zorbo tried to make a stew, but the story regarding Nang Nang was about a spear, I believe.
be, uh-huh.
Doesn't work.
I'm thinking this is a fake.
Fake, huh?
Something to trick us into just killing ourselves.
Maybe this is leading to something else. Maybe the true tomb was somewhere else.
The ring is a path to another tomb.
Unless the ring is the ring of stairs going down.
Could be the ring of stairs going down. And
To
even
me-
then, does it mean a tomb as in this tomb, or tomb as in the entire complex?
Exactly.
I am more interested by the term another.
Well, if this
No.
is
We
what
haven't
would be found,
we haven't come across any tomb before this one.
true.
So would that mean that this is a fake, and there's another tomb which is the real one somewhere else?
That's what I'm thinking, because this has nothing to tell us which god it's for, if they are indeed interred here.
I think we should go with Torin's plan of leaving this for later, maybe if we need it, but continue on our way and not try and activate any traps here.
After all, we have no idea what this thing has created here, what horrors it has.
First time in the entrance we had
It's
luck.
almost like it's a tomb of horrors.
That would be silly.
Annihilation.
This is
It's
definitely
almost
a tomb. I
it's
don't.
almost as if it's a tomb designed to create our doom.
It's like it's to annihilate us.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't be silly.
That's crazy talk.
All right, so should we all move out then?
Yes, I think we should
I'm
do
for
that.
moving out.
Okay. I am going to actually hop over the square. Just so, because this is the one that had the block hanging over it, correct?
That is the one that has the block hanging over it, yes.
Okay.
I
I'm
just
assuming
took
it's.
Reardon.
I'm assuming it's a short enough jump that I don't have to roll again.
You can safely jump the 5-foot space.
I just
Gets a run up.
I just turned to Reardon and asked him, "Did you walk on this step?"
Yes.
Okay, walk.
I told you. There wasn't a trap in a corridor.
Torin didn't go leaping across it. He ran across it, but he didn't go leaping. So if he can take Torin's weight, I would think everyone's kind of fine, and I don't think it's a pressure plate.
I just have to say, I just kept having minor heart attacks as I kept looking down, seeing Tammy's health bar over Seraphine and thinking, how the fuck has Seraphine only got 2 hit points?
No, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Probably.
Where do you guys go now?
Well, back at the corridor.
Yeah, let's head back.
Again,
But at least that's where Torin has followed Theodas.
Theodas is waiting to see everyone come back, basically.
Yeah, I'm coming back. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Torin will study the plaque a little bit more, just to burn it into his mind, even though we've got the handout, so it's there forever. But
Torin burns the
Like-
plaque into his mind.
If anyone would like to
Dragon
look down.
Dragon bait!
Oh yeah.
Theodas will study the statue that was said not to be studied.
Okay, it is it's a green devil's face carved into the floor. Its mouth is open. You can hear screaming pouring out from it. Forlorn cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
Can I tap on it to see if it's like an empty construction or actual solid rock?
Are you tapping on the face or on the mouth?
The face first,
It is solid.
and then the mouth.
There is nothing there.
There's someone with a spray.
So this is an empty construction in parts. Might be something inside the mouth, but I'm not willing to put my hand in it.
I suggest not go down there, sir. Sir.
You are technically not completely not there. I'm talking to Ronald at this point.
I know. I'm like, please don't go down there. It's a terrible place. It's scary.
Right, let's get back to the others. Whoop.
Seraphine,
Oh, fucking hell. Why'd you ask me? Yes?
could you make me a perception check, please?
I can do. Also, freaking Theodas, don't go for fucking it.
Theodas just dives over the cliffside.
Just yeets over the railing.
Scared
You know
of the
what?
cheese
Riordan was
and-
right. There's not enough action here. Whee!
Okay, you said perception?
Yes, please.
Normal, advantage?
I'll give it a normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're normal.
18?
You can hear something faintly from over here.
From over here.
From over
Okay.
here.
Is that a door?
It looks like a door. Taps torn. I hear something coming from this way.
Huh.
I don't know what, but I hear something. That's more of a lead than...
Kind of turns to everyone else and just says, Seraphine hears something from over there.
Okay. Moves forward, passes next to Philippe, draws an arrow and aims at this place, ready to shoot if there's anything bad.
Moves forward with at least one other person. 'Cause he's-
Riordan goes up and tries to sneak around the corner up to the door.
stays with at least keeping him within my aura because
Riordan,
Yeah.
as you approach there, you just hear...
I just put a finger to my lips to the other guys.
Nom, nom, nom.
I mimic the same thing.
Are there any cracks to this door?
There are 3 oval holes carved into the 9-foot wide by 9-foot high
I'd
door
like to try and take a look for it.
at head height. As you approach it, a head sticks in from the other side.
The head of what?
Oh,
It's covered in putrid flesh and is gnashing with an iron bit bolted to a chain bridle.
Kyle?
oh. He's a good boy.
And 2 other heads just to the other 2
Can I
holes.
try an animal
Oh,
head?
it's like a Cerberus.
I'll go down.
I'm gonna try and handle it.
These are zombies.
Let's still try.
Oh, they're zombies.
Is the animal handling zombies?
Oh, so I thought that by the sound of things they were dogs.
No, they're zombos.
Remember your zombie.
We're dealing with leashed stuff, so obviously they surround themselves.
Are they actually able to attack us, John?
They aren't able to attack you at the moment, no.
Alright, let's carry on.
Strange,
Oh, we're ignoring traps, so come on, let's go.
Let's just put a big red X on this door for now.
The
Run
way
out
this
after you.
tune is going so far, we'll be putting a red X on everything.
Dragon bait. Keep up.
By the way, John, when I rolled my perception earlier, did I see anything as I looked down off the balcony?
22. What's the
That
perception?
was the perception. Let me have a quick look and see what
22.
what is down there that you can see. Which Oh no, that's 2.
Very tempted to just put them out of their misery, honestly.
You can't really see anything. It's too far down. It just descends into darkness from this height.
Okay. Can you see the lower floor?
You can start to make out details of the floor just below, which is just another corridor, the same as this level. You can see sort of purple growths on the wall.
Okay.
Torin, Romad,
No.
there's just mouths, faces, just trying to...
I stand in the corner just waiting for you guys, whatever you come.
This door,
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
this door troubles me. But at the same time,
Is there any other place where we can go in there? Can I see there's anything behind him?
No, his face is filling this oval.
Can I wait to punch him out?
I mean, you can punch him if you want.
I'm gonna punch. Can I punch him, please, guys?
knock yourself out.
You do you. It's your action. I can't actually stop you doing that.
I'm gonna try and punch him. Or
Just try
just
not
not.
to get bit.
Hang on. Is there a way I can do that without making any much? Can I make a magic on him? Probably magic on him.
You
You cast blight. You destroy him.
you know what your spells do.
Eldritch Blast, Prestidigitation, Chill Touch, Witch Bolt, Shatter Blade, Shatter, Vampiric Touch,
Take your pick.
Remove Curse, Blink. Management. Did you just? Okay, I thought I was gonna hit into the dark corner of the town. I was like, hang on a minute, wait.
No, take your pick.
I'm gonna.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a little of a witch bolt on him.
Roll it.
Okay. I apologize if if I made any mess. 19.
1 moment. That will hit.
Probably hits.
I would think that would be a zombie.
Yeah.
What level can I cast that?
All of your spells are 4th level.
Not maximum, please.
You only get maximum.
Yeah, warlocks can only do maximum.
Welcome to Warlock. 4th level or nothing.
4th level or nothing!
At least it's more easy to remember stuff.
You just let out a bolt of lightning. And the zombie head just obliterates. And the chain and bridle just fall to the ground. Suddenly unoccupied.
Was there only one zombie, or was there a couple?
3.
No, there's 3.
Well, there was
No,
3.
there's only 3.
There were 3, there are now 2.
One down, 2 to go.
The other 2 zombies are just stood.
Is this a door?
Can I kind of like try and peek in to try and see in to see if there's anything I can see?
There is now an open oval that you can peek through, but Romad is, I believe, wanting to look through first.
Yeah, we're just like squishing off like the draconic and the half-orc face together, like kind of a squishy fish. Like this.
I just imagine the half-orc and the dragonborn to fight for this, and then Seraphine takes the opportunity because everyone is fighting, and she can just slip right between them, just like peeking.
Alternatively, we could just send in the fucking pixie.
Yeah, we could.
I'm just saying.
You can see that there is a room beyond this door.
There's a what?
There is a room beyond this door. It has a... from what you can see from here, there is a chariot in the room.
There's a what now in the room?
A chariot.
A chariot.
Chariot in the room. Well, that's something we should probably investigate.
Yeah.
Romad, you can look through Tammy's eyes when
I can. Yeah, I can actually. Let me just. Tammy. Hey. She's sitting on top of Torin's head.
resists
me to
the
do?
urge to twat her across the room with a warhammer.
You probably won't even feel it. She's light. So she's gonna go in there. She's gonna try and slap. Is the zombie like stopping her?
The zombie heads will stop her, but you can let her go through the door that the hole
She
that doesn't have a zombie in it right now.
Yeah, she goes through that. I'm gonna go into the room. I'm in the room. I don't see what I'm doing.
It is at this point that I question. Tammy doesn't have dark vision.
What?
Yeah, but if I were to give her my vision.
No, you see through her eyes.
You see through
Her
her
eyes.
eyes. It doesn't matter if you have dark vision.
So if she doesn't have...
Why did you tell me to use Tammy when you knew for a fact it was...
Thorin doesn't know he doesn't have dark vision.
Only John knew that.
Not even John knew that.
Oh no, John knew
Tammy?
that. But John can't advise whether to use Tammy or not.
Fair. Okay, Tammy, follow the sound of her voice and make your way back through the hole.
Does anyone have anything that can light the room, like dancing lights or anything?
Ooh, I think I do. Give me a second. I think I have something.
Yeah, knowing Malzero having dancing light, Bard would have that.
Hell yeah, I have dancing lights.
Send some fucking globes in there and light that room.
You send in 4 globes of light, which you can have in the form of either 4 globules of light that just float in space, or a vaguely humanoid shape.
I like the sound of the orbs, honestly.
So you just send...
Perfect circular orbs of just light. We can send the lights!
And we just lost Maddie. You send the 4 glowing orbs through the hole, and Tammy can now see... Tammy will now be able to see when I make the... do I have the commoner in this?
Bring back the commoner light.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I'm freaking out here.
I'm sorry, I didn't think of that.
No, I'm freaking. I'm like, Tammy's like freaking out. Like, I don't have a child here. I can't see. Help me, please.
Well, that's the thing. Could I even freaking like make it specifically like a person, or is it just some random commoner?
It is a vaguely humanoid shape.
Like a nondescript human.
See, I can't make a Simon specifically. But in your heart, you know you're supposed to stop it.
So Tammy and Maddie through, or Romad through Tammy's eyes. There are 6 glass cauldrons brimming with bones lining the wall of this room, at the centre of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn around it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, a bronze... on the south wall...
Yeah, there we go.
A bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Cholton warrior carrying a spear, and below which is an inscription that reads, "Bow before no one."
Bow before no one.
There are also 4 bronze statues that stand 2 on either side of the shield, which depict a Cholton warrior each. 1 is holding a sword, 2 are holding spears, and 1 is missing its face.
Okay. I tell this to the guys.
Seems to me like we really need to investigate this place.
Yeah, this seems like another place to go to.
This sounds like it actually might legitimately be one of the tombs.
As I said in the last one, it had no iconography. This one has iconography.
Isn't there a bird god in
the
the story?
The Iblis, Papazotl, I believe.
Well then.
Guys!
Well,
can we go now? I'm getting
shall
really
we
creepy
deal with
here.
So
Can you get Tammy to look at the door in particular? What zombies are? What are the zombies like? Because why are they right behind the door?
She checks out the zombies. What do the zombies look like?
The zombies are chained to a pulley in the ceiling.
so
Can I look
we
at
were-
Can I look at the floor, please? Is there anything on the floor, the sides, or upward?
The zombies are stood on the floor.
Yeah, but is there anything on
I should
the?
fucking hope so.
Nope.
So the chains are attached to a pulley, which are attached to the door.
No, to the ceiling.
The pulley is on the ceiling.
Pulley is on the ceiling, which is attached to the door.
So if we opened the door, would they be
So
able to get
if we-
through?
If we get the zombies to walk away from the door, then they open it.
possibly.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying because the first warning said the keys turn on the inside only. The zombies might be the keys.
Oh. So we
Maybe.
really shouldn't kill.
I was just literally just going through the warnings to see if there's anything about this.
Hmm. Ooh, I got an idea. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
I'm giving you a second.
Would-
One.
Okay. Minor illusion. Could I potentially cast that into the room as well and hope that it could distract the zombies and then move them away, so we can get in?
You
And then
could
kill them
try
and
that.
then, do all the time. All right. Let's give that a go. Minor illusion.
What is your illusion?
A tasty little human dancing about.
Illusion saying to Maddie, what do you want me to do? Just exactly that.
It can be a sound or it can be an image.
I think probably an image would probably get their attention the most. So I would just represent just some random. Fuck off. No.
I'm in the tasty snack.
I would represent some like random commoner in there, just
Maybe.
trying to get their. That's a question. Could I do both? Could I do both a person and a sound? Could I put a person in there and they're like shouting at the zombies to get their attention?
You create a sound
Can it only be
or
one?
an image.
Actually, does it look like? So there's nothing. Is there any hinges or something like this? It can open like as a normal door.
No.
Is it some? Okay.
It looks like it slides upwards.
Maybe we should try pull it up.
But then we've got zombies in our face.
But if we, maybe. But thing is though, what if if those zombies are there being with the pulley? What if we're raising it and it picks itself up?
It won't pick the zombies up.
Should we?
If anything,
I mean-
the zombies more slack to get out.
If you want, maybe. But the thing is that me and you, Torin, pull this up right, and the rest of them two.
We can't move
Guys.
through you at that moment. You're in the way.
And there'd be zombies in the way.
Okay, I have potentially an idea.
You have
What if I
plenty of ideas.
cast? Yes. What if I cast the image of someone
Simon
and
thinks-
then just a random commoner of sorts, and Tammy moves back towards a bit further into the room and uses her voice to get the zombies' attention. That way they'll see the creature, hopefully be fooled by it, and then start making their way towards it.
Could work. I mean, can try. Would put
Tammy,
Tammy at risk.
will-
It would put Tammy at risk.
That is very true. Tammy, do you think you can fly away fast enough from a zombie?
She can turn invincible if I remember.
Yeah, I can turn invisible.
Okay.
Romad,
think
you
could turn
also
invisible and-
you also know, Romad, that you can click your fingers and Tammy just vanishes and
Yeah.
reappears where you want her to.
Okay.
But would that work technically? Because we can't go through walls.
You can find out.
Well, if anything, right?
That is a point.
So if I were to kill these two, then I can pick up the we can get the zombies. Do we have to kill them or we not kill them?
I don't think we have to kill them. I think
Necessary.
Torin's theory is the right one. Of they are the key to open the
They are
door.
the keys to opening the door. If you get them to walk away from the door, they pull the door open.
But if you kill
And
them,
then-
you can't open the door anymore.
If you kill them, then maybe you can lift the door, but who knows how?
Right. So basically, we have to. By the looks of it, the only way direction is basically moving them down here.
Mm-hmm.
Move them towards the
Alright.
charity
So
or whatever.
Tammy is okay. So I'm gonna let Tammy do distractions. I think everyone should move away from the doors, so that way they're not distracted by us. Lot they're distracted by Tammy behind them. Who's
Okay.
behind them?
From where I'm at, can I cast in the illusion that there's a person further in the room? I can't see how far the zombies are in, but
Yes, you can.
okay. Then I cast an illusion of a commoner, and I tell Romad to tell Tammy, because I know they can communicate to each other through their thoughts. Okay, tell her now to go invisible and start screaming at the zombies to get attention.
She's gonna do this.
Oh, damn.
And to get their distraction, to get their attention, she's gonna turn invisible.
Okay, Seraphine,
Mm-hmm.
can you just roll me a straight d20?
I can. 1d20. Please do well, please do well, please do well.
That was not
9. I mean, hopefully they're worse than
They could be
they
dumb.
do worse than 9.
You'd be very
I
dumb.
mean, that's the
I
thing. I don't
mean,
know what the
they're
9's
zombies.
for. But...
They are zombies.
They are
So-
shambles.
So Tammy fires a short bow at them. One of them gets hit, and the
It's gonna
commoner
make a lot.
appears in the room and starts looking helpless in their general direction.
Okay.
What? Wait, these are
Wait,
commoners?
what?
And
That's
Tammy
the plan.
flies behind one of the commoners and starts shouting.
Hey, you! Come over here!
And
I'm so helpless and ever so tasty.
the zombies start to walk away towards the tasty commoner,
Ever so tasty.
and the door slides up into the ceiling.
Okay. We need to figure out how
Get
to
in.
Get in. We need to figure out how to hold it up.
I mean,
We totally did the Lion
if we
King
just
diversion.
I mean, the chain just look like it's keeping going, or is it like it's gonna eventually run out?
It seems like it's run out.
And how far have they gotten into the room?
About that far.
Link that they are.
To make us if we were to kill them, they lose their if they were dead, and they go falling back up, the thing goes down.
Yeah.
Yes, but if some of us are in the room,
Unless
we
we.
could potentially get the chains, pull them ourselves, and open the
Yeah,
doors to
that's
let
right,
people
yeah.
in.
People are trapped.
As long as we keep them alive, they can keep the door open.
That's gonna be a situation.
I mean, some of us have abilities that can make us get past.
Yeah, we have abilities if those characters are dead, and we could probably use some sort of magic to hold the door. But then again,
Well, I don't know of anything that can hold the door.
I don't think I've got anything such as that. The only thing I'll have is chill touch, but I don't think it'll be like an actual icicle thing.
Chill
Also, I
touches.
should point out, guys, that the minor illusion only lasts a minute.
Okay.
Sometimes
so
you get in.
me and Torin will hold the door, while the rest of you guys have your fun looking around. Sounds good.
Okay.
Where's the illusion, first of all?
I'm assuming-
This one?
This is the illusion.
Okay, because I got
So-
4 illusions in my eyes right now.
They are the
These ones
dancing
are-
lights.
Yeah, they help us. They're for Tammy.
If I go near them, do they change interest?
They will attempt to attack anybody that walks up to them.
Fuck. Can I try and stealth?
Rewind.
Do you have?
If I stealth, does that work?
You can try to stealth.
Right, so...
Can I try to stealth?
Where are you? Who are you? So everyone can roll plus a 10. So that we don't fuck up this, because we can't afford it.
Don't worry with it goes very well with my bonus in stealth.
So 23 for Theodas,
Stealth,
wait.
stealth.
and 19 for Renala.
And,
Stealthy.
28. Oh,
32 for Seraphine.
Seraphine, I am in.
Riordan, are you coming in?
Redden's not here anymore.
Riordan, are you not here anymore? Okay.
Riordan left the shack.
Ben was feeling a bit very much tired, so he went.
Okay, that's
he
fair.
didn't say so in the chat.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Ripper Rooney.
Um,
Sorry, he's fine. I've had a chat with him. I love him more.
So let's just assume we're all heading in,
But
and we're all
in character,
stealthy mode.
rather than going in there.
Riordan's
Yeah,
definitely
he would.
going in. Where is Riordan? I need to roll him a stealth.
Just
Plus 10 because of the
Zoom.
spell.
The do we fucking...
And Torin, are you attempting to stealth past them, or...
Holding the door, I think.
Oh, you're holding
You
the
also
door.
get a plus 10.
I
You
mean,
also get a...
realistically speaking, he would be immediately looking up at the door to see if it's even possible to hold it. It's just taken, like, it's designed to be held by 2 to 3 zombies.
You look up, and you think, where's the door?
Where is the door? That is a good question.
Make me a perception check. Make me a working out how heavy a thing is check.
Okay, I'm afraid my skills only go up to survival. There's nothing in W at all.
Oh. Yeah, perception.
Perception, 12?
You can probably hold this.
You can probably hold this. I can probably hold it. It's fine.
Yeah, I reckon. You reckon you could hold this?
Oh, it sounds so bad.
I'm
So-
gonna hold
Yeah,
it.
that's the same thing.
I know, we've
I'm
got
thinking.
Dragon Bait as well, so between
Dragon
the two of us, we should be able to either hold it or at least get it back open again.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Possibly.
just a random question.
Yes.
Would that corridor be large enough for a rhino to be in?
Uh,
Just in case I need to charge the door.
no, I don't think it is.
Just in case. Yeah, just in case.
I'm fairly certain it isn't.
Aw, I can't charge the door.
I just, apropos of nothing, a rhino gets
I can pop in a rhino and I could charge the door in case it closed.
So you guys now, Seraphine, Theodas, Renala, Ben, who's not here,
Philippe.
Philippe is somewhere in here. There he is.
He's right
Yeah.
behind Renala.
He was so stealthy, I didn't see him. Six.
Also-
Six.
Also, I think it's safe to say if I drop the illusion now, the zombies are going to be focused on us.
The zombies are
going
gonna focus on the room.
Okay, then I drop the illusion, and I just...
Just in case Torin is going to, shuffle out of their line of sight, just in case they...
There are 6 glass cauldrons around the edge of the room. They contain humanoid bones. At the centre of the room is an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn atop it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, a bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Cholton warrior carrying a spear, below which the inscription reads, "Bow before no one." And 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield. They depict Cholton warriors, one holding a sword, 2 of them have spears, and 1 is missing its face.
Okay. So, my first instinct, upon hearing that, would be to bow before the one... I have no memory of this place. Wait, what?
I love to confuse you with references.
I'm so confused. Okay, anyways.
Just ignore it. You'll know.
It's a Lord of the Rings reference.
We can't get out. It'll take a second.
Anyways, my instinct is to bow before the one that doesn't have a face on it, because it says bow before nobody, or no, if they have no face, that kind of symbolizes that they're not one of the recognized Cholton warriors. However, I'm not going to bow before it yet, because that's just a working theory. Oh, Lord. In Game of Thrones, that theory would work. Oh, that's good to know.
It actually would.
As for the bronze treasure, I'm not gonna touch any of it. Obviously, because that would be fucking stupid. But could I, like, investigate it slightly, just looking at it wise? Like, can I just look and see if there's anything that maybe stands out, perhaps?
There's a number of pieces of treasure on top of the coffin. A gold...
Let me look at the thing again. Second. The ring is path to another tomb. The dead arbor sunlight. Only jewel contain the frog. Bow as the dead go and tone into darkness descend. Okay, I was thinking about maybe something about a ring.
There is...
Well, the ring to me... Isn't that... you said there was an opening in the door that Tammy went through.
There were ovals in the door that the zombie heads were coming out of.
That'd be that the ring of the path towards another door? Towards another tomb?
Oh, maybe. That's true.
Be.
A gold torque, 3 golden cups, 5 gold cloak pins. There is an amulet.
I'm just going to point out I'm kind of concerned that the 2 people holding the door have BRB now.
I'm
No. Tanny said burb. Because we're in the tomb area of the bird creature thing.
Bird. Okay, burb.
Yes, burb.
Yeah, it is confusing with
good.
BRB.
Yeah, I thought it was BRB, but with this misspell.
So, Seraphine, yes,
Okay.
you see amongst the items a gold torque.
What the fuck is a torque?
It's like the wrist, the armbands that Vikings wear, like the braided gold rings that they wear around the top of their arm.
Oh shit, okay.
3 golden cups, 5 golden cloak pins, and an amulet.
Okay, not touching any of that shit just yet. Okay.
Sean's not here. I have to hold this question for later.
Yeah.
Unless someone remembers the full story of the thing. Who was the enemy of the bird god?
Let me try and find the thing. What's the name of the bird thing again? It's not Injin, Kubazan, Moa, Nang Nang, Ubala. Papazotl, that.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Freaking! It only tells me.
Out of
It
something.
only gives me the freaking cube. Damn it. Okay. Oh wait,
Yeah, that's
Papa's
why I said
Oh wait. Here, guys. Papazolt's riddle handout. Come with sunshine, leave with night. Hides in darkness, does not bite. Always joined to its caster, never stray from its master.
That's the puzzle that Riordan and Philippe answered in Papazotl's shrine.
Yeah, so we
Never
even us, we don't know about it.
The
We've never been there.
you think back to the story, and the enemy of Papazotl the Iblis is Kubazan the Frogyemoth.
So that's a frog in the story, and on the second morning handout, only a jewel can tame the frog.
Interesting.
Bow as the dead god intoned, to the darkness descend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the ring is the path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. The dead abhor sunlight. So that might have been the clue of the other one had no one in it because they abhor sunlight.
That's
In
true.
this
Also,
one, there
Sean has
isn't sunlight.
returned.
I think it's safe to assume that in this tomb there isn't sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
John?
There is not sunlight, no. It was pitch black
Okay.
before the dancing lights came in.
Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned, into darkness descend. And we have bow to no one.
Which little statue guy is the one with with no face
This
on
one.
it? This one?
So, okay, the closest to that jar.
Okay. Is everyone okay with Seraphine trying to bow to it?
No,
Are there
yet.
any objections?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're way too early in our conclusions. I might just be
Okay.
doing something completely bullshit, and I'm probably going completely off. And right now, John is having a great laugh at me actually talking bullshit and probably killing all my team.
Okay. I will not bow yet. You give me the go ahead.
I'd like you to do something.
The shield, is it like stuck in the wall, like put on the wall?
It is. It is hanging on the wall on leather straps.
Do you think we could remove it without risking much? That is a question for the group.
Oh.
No idea. He says.
Me neither.
Alright, so Philippe and Seraphine.
Recently speaking, I just realized it's kind of stupid Romad being here because he could detect magic and shit.
I can detect magic and shit. I'm just
Romad, get in here!
I don't know.
Can Torin hold the door on his own?
There's
No,
also
I
Dragon
think
Bait out there as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in then. Dragon bait. Take cheapest.
Dragonbait
Oh.
smells of
Don't
lemon.
forget- Also, don't forget to use the stealth thing.
He is
So you
happy
can
with this.
Oh.
pass.
Oh, my stealth is bad. My
Yeah,
stealth
but you
is
get a
bad.
+10 bonus because of
Yeah.
Thetis, I think.
14.
So yeah, 14.
That's good enough.
Better.
Wait.
So you make it past the zombies.
Uh,
So that's good.
I literally just Roman just didn't even think of stealth, and he just like currently just walked there, and he still flawlessly did it because of theater.
the shield. The shield is radiating a conjuration magic.
What?
Conjuration.
So it's not really there? Question mark?
That would be illusion.
Conjuration is
Oh.
the creation of stuff or summoning of things.
The cauldrons around the edge of the room are radiating conjuration magic. There is an aura of abjuration magic coming from the amulet on top of the sarcophagus.
Of course, it's the amulet.
It's a protection magic, so don't trigger it.
Right, so we got conjuration from the shield and the jars. I'm concerned about those jars because My theory doesn't have anything to do with the jars, and I am 100% sure there's something to do with the jars.
Those jars definitely seem important.
There's 6 of them. See, my thing is...
You say they were full of bones? That seems a bit bad.
Yeah, humanoid bones. You don't think that it's... Question. Are undead beings, like, just bones? This is just a general question.
Well, they can be bones, they can be stitched together parts of humanoids, they can be zombies like the ones holding the door.
Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking.
Vampires are undead.
Here's what I'm thinking. We fuck up, the bones in there form a bunch of undead human enemies. And it's like, oh fuck. We're outnumbered.
And then it's party time.
Yeah. So.
At least I can
The thing
always
is-
turn on the rhino here. There's room for it.
There's just saying, plenty of room for Rhino. Just
My only thing as well.
He's gonna go full Rhino and everything. he's found his go-to.
I'm sorry, Torin, but
I'm not.
the
I am
rhino
not-
has
not-
worked every time.
I am not complaining. I love it when a druid finds their go-to animal. That is their thing.
We now know that the inner animal of Thetis is the rhino for some reason.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the go-to animal for like Fenthwick is brown bear or anything that can fly.
So I think you're right on the assumption of bow to faceless dudes and you bow to no one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very
But we
tempted
should
to take
probably-
the shield, but I would probably let you bow first before. I don't know if you
Mhm.
need to bow with the shield though.
That's a question. Does the clue say anything about?
I
anything
can
like
just
that?
picture Theo just
Actually-
looking at the shield like,
Wait, hang on a second. Let me just check some in my one. There was something about what? Bow as the dead god intoned.
yeah.
Maybe we have to bow to the god?
We have to bow to no one. That's specifically said to
But
the.
yeah, if the dead god is because you said the shield has a Cholton warrior on it,
The shield has a
Yes.
Cholton warrior holding a spear on it.
so maybe that's the dead god, and it's intoning that you bow before no one. It's telling you to bow before no one.
So not the other's statue, not the fucking coffin, not the zombies.
It could be that the no one is the faceless one because he is nobody.
Yeah, that's my. I think Seraphine's
I think
theory
Seraphine's
might
got
be good.
So-
At the very least, if I don't think it will do any harm, but it may actually help in whatever may happen.
To what? To take the shield?
No, to bow before the no one,
Oh yeah.
then do whatever you're gonna do. Just
Well, into Darkness Descent does seem to be just going further down, because
Yeah.
the more down we go, the darker it will.
the darker it will be, and it'll be shitty.
And the more dancing lights I'll need. Okay, my only thing
Um,
is, should we... I don't know if we should try investigating the little pots of bones here.
If you
Or
want, I can
if we should just
investigate
leave
them.
them... Okay, just don't touch anything.
Just
Look inside, see if they do anything.
Okay, so no investigation, perception maybe then.
See if you can perceive anything about them.
With a 22, do I perceive anything in particular?
It is a glass cauldron filled with bones.
I will repeat this information that is, I think, what we already got. To Seraphine.
It is the happiest of all cauldrons. It's filled with bone.
I think we better attempt this, because I feel John is getting tired.
Yeah,
Of
that's probably a
waiting.
good idea. So, I'm
You realise,
gonna...
John,
You
that
said...
we're gonna be in this tomb for like 100 more
Forever.
episodes, right?
That's this one.
Well, I'd love you to just decide to do anything.
Okay.
I'm
go
sorry,
with this
John, if
one.
we want to survive.
Because so far you've been in here for 4 hours, And you've done 0.
That's not true.
Okay. Hold your horses. Just to re-clarify, this is the
We
faceless
killed a
one.
zombie.
That is the
Nobody.
faceless one.
Okay. Very, very slowly, Seraphine bows to it. Or does a curtsy, or does whatever, but she
I'm preparing
bows
my
her body
weapons
towards
in
it.
case it goes shitty.
Nothing happens.
Nothing. What do you mean nothing happens?
Well, then that's anticlimactic.
Maybe nothing you can see happened.
Okay.
Do we retry with the shield on this time?
It's worth a shot.
I have no idea if it's good or not. I'm just putting ideas right now.
My only instinct would be like, is it like an Indiana Jones thing? Like if we take the shield, do we need to put something back up? Because if that, Seraphine could put up her turtle shield in like place of it for the time being. Because I feel like we're probably not going to get to keep the shield. I feel like if we use it, we're going to have to put it back. But in the meantime, we should leave something there just so it's not empty. Maybe? I don't freaking know.
I don't know. We don't have any indications of that. So
That is literally just to be safe.
we're just throwing things in the dark right now. There's this amulet that's having spells of some sort.
The amulet has a aura of abjuration magic.
Yeah.
Abjuration magic again is...
Protection, potentially healing.
Does it seem safe to take?
Question. Torin, does it cost you a spell slot to use freaking detect good or evil?
Can I cast it as a fucking ritual? I can't remember. It does.
It does cost a spell slot. Okay.
It costs a spell slot, yeah.
And now I'm being called for supper, so you're out of a no.
Alright, I see how it is.
Well, I think at this point we will stop here in the middle of the afternoon on the first day in the tomb. We will be back in 2 weeks' time where maybe something will happen.
Not our fault that we don't want to die.
Not our fault. We don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. The riddles are complicated. We don't want to die. And we did do something. We killed a zombie in 4 hours.
We will be back next time for more Tomb of Annihilation. Tomorrow night, Sian, myself, Michael, Jennifer, and AG will be starting up a Sky Factory 4 Let's Play. On Wednesday night, we'll be back with the Golden Tooth as they continue on with their adventure, and hopefully we find out some of the aftermath of the letters that arrived at the end of the previous session. On Friday, the Princes of the Apocalypse will continue their campaign as they attempt to stop the end of a very different world from some elemental evil. On Sunday night next week, we will be back with the Storm King's Thunder team as they attempt to make their way through the upper levels of Lin Amala and take the Cloud Giant Castle for themselves. The following week, we will also have the start of our FBF one-shot specials episode 1, which will be the Ministry of Extra Mundane Affairs as Amy, Sean, Ben, and Michael join the Ministry for Extra Mundane Affairs, protecting Britain from the worst threat of magical annihilation during wartime there is. For now, guys, thanks very much, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.